Hello, my name is Julie, and this is KS Mom Crochets, and today is Crochet Podcast number 102. So I don't have a whole lot to show you all this week. I only have one finished object, and I have one work in progress that is new that you haven't seen. I just haven't crocheted a lot this week, but that's okay. I still wanted to get on here and make a video. I'm trying right now, while I have the time, to keep my videos more regular, and I'm doing really well. I'm doing really good with that, so I'm really happy about that because I know that the way that my life is, that I just have to roll with the flow when it's there, And so I do want to say, it may not always be like this in the future. I don't know what the future holds. But for now, I'm having a lot of fun being able to have the time to release videos like I am. So enough about that, and I'll just go ahead and get started. So the one and only finished object that I have comes out of this book right here, which is Anyone Can Crochet Amigurumi Animals by Christy Simpson. And now I did just release a look inside for this book. And I have to say again that the reason I love doing those look inside videos so much is because it reminds me of patterns that I already have. And it shows me things that I have forgot about that I really wanted to make. And that's what happened when I did that video. I was like, oh yeah, I really wanted to make that pattern so bad, and I just hadn't done it yet. So I decided to make this one, which was Ava the Lamb, and I just love her so much. And like I said in that video, when I showed this pattern, she reminds me of the 20s or like a flapper girl. I don't know. I guess it's her dress or whatever, but I just love her. And I just had to work her up. And so here is my version of Ava the Lamb. And I think she turned out absolutely adorable. Like, I love how she turned out so much. I used a 3mm hook, and I used Bonbon Inch yarn in the color white and the color straw right here. And then for this color right here, it is Baby Bee Sweet Delight in the color Blue Boy. And I think that she turned out so cute. I loved the way that she was made, like her, you started with her legs, and you went all the way up to her head. If you wanted to crochet her arms in, you could totally do that. That's not part of the pattern. You do sew the arms on and the ears. And obviously the outfit is separate. And this outfit is removable because her, the way this top part is made, you have a strand here and a strand here, and you tie it together. Now, I will have to say, again, because like I said in that video, there are some slight errors in this pattern, in these patterns in this book. And I didn't see anything within the whole making of the actual lamb part. But this romper, there were a few things that could have been worded different. And I don't know. There was a few things in the outfit part, but it didn't prevent me from being able to make it, and that's how all the patterns are that I have done in this book. If there's an error, I usually catch it, and it doesn't deter me from being able to understand what she's saying. It's just something slight. Like, I know in this one it said to do like a double crochet, and I was like, wait a minute, that's not right, because we've been doing half double crochets the whole time. So like I said, it's just something small. I also feel like that this top part could have been wrote a little bit better, but I actually changed that anyway, because she wanted you to do she wanted you to sew, because you put the legs together right here for this outfit, and she wanted you to sew that together. And then this yellow part that I did was supposed to be all slip stitches, and I do not like doing that at all. So usually if there's something in patterns that I don't like, I just change it. And that's what I did. I actually crocheted, let's see, this is like working as a panel too, and you're actually supposed to sew it together. But I single crocheted it with the wrong sides facing out so that I could flip it so the seam would be on the inside, you know. I don't know if you can see, but there's the seam for that. I just single crocheted that up instead of sewing because I don't like to sew if I don't have to. And then also I sewed the legs together as I was working this yellow, and it worked out fine. I didn't have any issue doing anything like that. I also, like I said, didn't do slip stitches for the top. I did single crochets, and then I just made my chain as long as she said. I think I might have made it just a little bit shorter, but it's best to do as long as she says, because I had a hard time tying these the way that I wanted because I made them a little shorter than what she said to do. I think she said 25 chains, and I only did 20, I think. You make a chain on this side, and then you make one on the back. So technically there's 4 chains, and then you tie the 2 together to make it stay on, you know, to make it like go over her shoulder. And so I started with single crochet, and then when I got to where that I needed to make my chain, I just kind of guessed where I needed it to be and went by her stitch count of how many single crochets between, or how many stitches between. And I made 20, and then I went back down with a slip stitch into each chain, and then went on around, you know, and kept doing that for all the ties. And then that way I didn't have to, because I think she wanted you to attach the yarn and make your chains that way, and I didn't want to do all that. I just rather do it as I'm crocheting, and that was a long explanation for that. I also changed the flower too, because she wanted the flower to be 2 separate pieces. Like you had like a small petal and then a large petal, and then you were supposed to sew them together. And I just did the small petal in the front loops and then the large petal in the back loops, and it worked out fine too. And then she has that little headband, and I did use the tails from the headband because this is just a chain, to sew it onto her head. So it's secured onto her head. And then I also used the tails from that yellow, because you just like whip stitch the yellow on. And I used the tails from that to sew the flower to the head too. And that just makes it to where it won't come off, and I'm fine with that. But I think she turned out really cute. I did give her Cassandra over Craftably Ever After's embroidered eyes that she has a tutorial for. I'll have it linked below. I actually planned on using safety eyes for her, and I forgot. I completely forgot to put the eyes in. But it's okay. I think she turned out cuter with the embroidered eyes. So, and I just used like scrap black and white for that. And then, you know, I embroidered her little face there. So I hope you enjoy seeing my little Ava the lamb. I think she turned out super cute. I just love her. I think she's adorable. I kind of wish that maybe I had went a little lighter with the blue. But I think that she turned out really cute. So there's that. And like I said, that was the only thing that I got finished this week. It's actually, I still have time this weekend to crochet, but I'm going out of town, and I just wanted to go ahead and make this video while I had time. So like I said, I did start something new, and I can't remember the name of the pattern, but I'll have it linked below. When I did that room tour on my podcast 100, I found this yarn right here, which is Premier Luna yarn. And it's a discontinued yarn that I got really, really cheap on clearance. And I've had it for years. And it's really nice. Like, I didn't even realize at the time that it was an anti-peeling yarn. But it is an anti-peeling yarn too. And I thought, I've got 3 balls of this. I could make something. I was thinking maybe I can make like something small with it. I don't know. I was thinking like a baby blanket maybe. I can't remember how many yards is in this. I forgot. So I guess I had about around 800 yards of this one color, and I was thinking, well, that would make something small, like a small baby blanket or receiving blanket or something like that. And I was thinking that's what I would do. And I can't remember what this is classified as, but it's really thin. Like it's like a sport weight, I think. So it's a really thin yarn. And anyway, I started this right here, and I think it's turning out so pretty. I think that this might be called like the Sunburst Blanket or something. I can't remember. But it's a free tutorial from Jada and Stitches. And I have made this before. And it was really pretty. I'm thinking that maybe I showed it on my channel, but I can't remember. But I know, like I said, that it turned out really pretty. So that was my idea. And then when I started working with it, I was like, oh, this is too small. Like this yarn is too thin. I've never made any kind of blanket or like baby blanket or anything like that with anything smaller than like a thick 3, like a thick DK weight, or like a worsted weight yarn. And I just knew that I would never probably finish this as a blanket. But then I was like, oh, well, I'll just rip it out, and it'll be okay. But then I was like, oh, I could make a lovey. Because I do know Michelle over at Michelle's Makery is making a lovey, and she kind of gave me the idea to make that. And I was like, oh, yeah, that would work. I could just turn it into a lovey. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the rest of this, or almost all of it, into this and make it just a little bit bigger, because I feel like it's a little small. And then I don't know what I'm going to do for like the animal part that's on it. I'm not sure. I might just do something from... I'll probably just do something from one of my books, like take like a head pattern and arm pattern from one of my books. But I do think whatever I do, that I will incorporate this into the animal, like Michelle did. I think that would be really cute. So that's my plans for this. Instead of my original idea, I'm going to go with something else. But it is a fun stitch to work on. I really do love it so much. But like I said, this yarn, it's just so, it's tiny. And I am using a 5mm hook on that. And yeah, so hopefully I'll have that done, or at least some progress on it next week. I'm not like a big rush to make it, but I was thinking that I could give it to my great niece that was just born. So that is all of my work in progress and finished objects and all that. Like I said, I didn't get a ton done because I do plan on going out of town, so I'm recording just a little bit early just so that I have a video for you all this week. I wanted to add this little clip in because I keep forgetting to show my daughter's Elvis doll that I bought her for Christmas. Paula had asked me if I would share it with her because she loves Elvis things too. And I forgot, and that was like way before Christmas. So I did purchase this off of eBay. This is what the box looks like. She took it out of the box because it had already been opened, so it's not a big deal. I think this was made in 98. Yes, it was made in 98 by Mattel. I know there's quite a few different Elvis Barbie dolls out there. So here he is. Look at his face. They did such a good job on this Barbie doll. And like I said, this one is from 1998. And I thought that it was one that looked the most like him. So he has his mic stand and his guitar. And there's what the back of him looks like. And he did come with this stand as well. And she has him displayed in her room. She really was very, very happy to get this. Like, I think this was probably her favorite Christmas present in 2024. I always try to get the girls something that's a little vintage because I just love vintage things, and I want them to be like me. I want them to be like me and appreciate things that were made from in the past too. So I always try to get them at least one thing, sometimes more, that isn't easily, that you can't easily get, or not everybody may not have them anymore. And they always love when I do stuff like that. So I hope you enjoyed seeing that, Paula, and everyone else as well. And now back to the video. And so I did actually order something that I wanted to share with you all. It's something that you can't find easily. And okay, so I did that look inside my Dually books, and it made me start thinking about vintage Dually patterns. And then I was like, oh, it kind of sent me on a rabbit trail, and I started looking at things on eBay because that's what I do. And I came across a listing for something, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have that. That is amazing. Like, I want it so bad. And so I ordered it. And it took a while to get here. I think it got lost with USPS, but then it eventually showed up today. So I'm excited to have this. I think that this is great just to have, and it's a great reference. And I've never seen anything like it before, so I would be interested to know if you all have. But it's this right here. It is called Collectible Dually Series World's Finest Duallies, and it is by House of White Birches. And this is a binder, so like this is what the side of it looks like. It looks like maybe it has got cut or tore or something, and then there's nothing on the back of it. And then this is how thick it is. Like, there's a lot of patterns in this, and they're all tabbed with different categories. So I'm not going to show you them right now because I would really love to do a video on this. It would probably be a long one because there's a lot in here. And I mean, I know a lot of people probably aren't interested in seeing this, but I know some of you will be. And honestly, I don't really mind about views. Like, I don't care if a lot of people watch my videos or anything like that. I just like to make videos for those of you that just enjoy hanging out with me. You know what I mean? So look forward to that. I'm not sure when it will come out. Like I said, I have been trying to pre-record some videos after my podcast. It just makes life a little easier on me, and it makes it easier to, have more videos for you all. And for right now, that's just really working out. So I'm hoping that, that you all will look forward to seeing this in the future too. And like I said, I do pre-record a lot of my videos, so I'm probably wearing the same shirt in a lot of videos, but I promise I change my clothes, okay? But anyway, I'm sorry this is so short, but have a wonderful weekend, and yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, and until next time, guys, I will see you in another video. Bye!